Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome all of you to another English lecture 9E12, that is modal verbs. Reference page 18, unit number 2. What are modal verbs? Modal verbs combine with other verbs to form compound verbs. A modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb that is used to indicate modality, that is, likelihood, ability, permission, possibility, etc. They give additional or specific meaning to the main verb of the sentence. Structure: subject plus modal plus verb. Let's see an example. He can drive. Modals and their functions. Let's have a look. Now this is the exact textbook column, reference page 18. Modals in one column and their functions in the other column. Let's see. Can, could, may, might, and would indicate possibility. Then can, will, could, and would indicate ability. Must, will, shall indicate certainty. Might, should, and ought indicate probability. Probability means likelihood, something that is expected. Can, could, may indicate permission. Should, must, need, to indicate obligation. And the last one, used to indicate past habit. Now let's deal with modals and their functions one by one. Can, could, may, might, would, that indicate possibility. Let's see how. Number 1. We can go to Rome in June because both of us have a week of work. This modal verb can is showing over here possibility of visiting Rome. Next one, could. You could cause an accident driving like that. Now this could is showing possibility of meeting an accident. Number 3, it may rain. Now may. Next is might. He might have brought the cake. So there is a possibility of him buying a cake going back home. Number 5 is if you met him, you would never know that he was rich. Now this is the past possibility, that if you have met somebody, the possibility of judging about somebody's status, that he was rich or not. Next one, to indicate ability, which modal verbs are used? Can, will, could, and would. Let's see one example. First example of can. She can speak several languages. Now the sentence shows that she has the ability to speak several languages. You will be able to make your own website. This is used for past ability, so it is what? I could read when I was 4. And the last one, she would write a book. Now this is examples. We can see that can, will, could, and would show or indicate ability as well. Next one, verbs must, will, and shall used to indicate certainty. Let's see. She must have reached. John will get more than 80% marks. Now this certainty and surety about John that he will get 80% marks. Next one, we shall visit Turkey this year for sure. Now over here, indicate probability, which means that some expected to be happen. We use modal verbs might, should, and ought. Let's see their examples. It might rain today. So there is next one. The bus should be leaving. Again, there is the bus leaving at this time. Number 3, you ought to receive an answer by next week. indicating probability over here in this sentence. Next, use can, could, and may to indicate permission. Let's see. Can they go to their uncle's? Now, can is used over here for permission. Next one. Could I visit the city? And third one. May I leave now? Can, could, and may are indicating permission. Now, should, must, need, and ought to are used to indicate obligation. Like, you should wake up early. We must follow all the rules. They need to study more if they want to get good grades. And number 4, you ought to finish your homework before you watch TV. These sentences, should, must, need to, and ought to, are clearly showing. Lastly, the modal verb indicates a past habit. For example, he used to smoke, but she a few years ago. Next one, our mother used to cook delicious meals every day. Now this is how we have dealt modal verbs and their functions with the help of examples. The reference page. That's all for today. Allah Hafiz.